In this video we're going to talk about the best areas to stay in Barcelona. If you're planning a trip to the capital of Catalonia, one of the first questions that will come to your mind is where exactly should I stay? Hola, I am Tony Galvez from Road Trip Spain and Portugal, where we help you plan the perfect trip with practical information and with insider tips. If you drove to Spain with your own car, the best you could do is avoid Barcelona altogether. But if you are arriving by plane and want to get acquainted with the capital of Catalonia, this video is for you. Barcelona has 10 districts, known in Spanish as distritos, formed by 73 neighborhoods, in Spanish barrios. We are obviously not going to examine them all, but rather present you our pick of the best neighborhoods to stay if you plan on visiting Barcelona. Each barrio has its pros and its cons, and we will talk about them too. But before we present our choice of neighborhoods, we'd like to show you a general map of Barcelona, so you understand better the geography of the city. Barcelona is a city quite easy to understand, as it is caught, so to speak, between two large natural barriers. To the west, the Collserola mountain range, and to the east, the Mediterranean Sea. A good number of tourist attractions are located in two basic areas: the Eixample district, close to the Passeig de Gràcia, and the neighborhoods that form part of the Ciudad Antigua, Barcelona Old Town. We will talk about both locations shortly. Any hotel or type of accommodation within the areas we are just about to describe will be just fine. So with you, our top pick. On the 5th place of our list, the neighborhoods that form part of the district of Ciutat Vella, Barcelona Old Town. It is a mixed bag of excellent locations and so choices. And for that reason, we want you to understand well the layout of the Old Town, formed by 4 neighborhoods: El Raval, Barrio Gótico, the Gothic quarter; El Born, which in actual fact is just a small part of a neighborhood called Sant Pere, Santa Catarina y la Ribera; and La Barceloneta, the old fishing quarter of Barcelona. And there is a 5th important area that divides El Raval from the Barrio Gótico, one of the most famous avenues in Barcelona, Las Ramblas. There are quite a few underground stations in the region. Of all the areas described here, our favorite locations would be the regions of El Raval and the Barrio Gótico, closest to Plaza Catalunya, and we would avoid Las Ramblas and La Barceloneta altogether. As for the pros and cons of staying in the Ciutat Vella, in favor, neighborhoods full of history, well connected to Barcelona's public transportation network. There is a high concentration of hotels in the region. The region contains many tourist attractions, and there are many bars and restaurants. And the cons of staying in Ciutat Vella: there are always huge crowds of tourists. There are many narrow and dark streets, and you need to avoid the few seedy areas in the region. A final comment on the Old Town: it is our pick for the fantastic location it offers, but parts of the region have been completely overrun by tourism. On the 4th place of our list, one of the neighborhoods of Barcelona, Vila de Gràcia, forming part of the larger district of Gràcia. It is important to pay attention to this fact. We're recommending the specific neighborhood of the Vila de Gràcia, which is a small part of the larger Gràcia district. There are few underground stations around the neighborhood, and we specifically recommend addresses closer to the south end of the region. It is an area of narrow streets and charming squares, lively day and night. And let's have a look at the pros and cons. In favor, for quite some time it's been one of the trendy Barcelona neighborhoods. On the southern end of the neighborhood there are good connections with the public transport system, and there are many bars and restaurants. And the cons are that there are many hotels in the area. It's Airbnb territory, which in Barcelona spells trouble. And soundproofing is essential, as the nightlife can have an impact on your rest. A final comment on Gràcia. We think in the southern end of the neighborhood you get the best of both worlds, a trendy and different Barcelona with a very good location. On the third place of our list, an extensive district of Barcelona, Sants Montjuïc. And within the district, two specific areas. The first one between Sants railway station and the Plaza de España, and the second one the neighborhood of Poble Sec. It's not in the center of Barcelona, but both regions provide easy access to the underground network, and getting to the main attractions of Barcelona is quite easy. As for the pros and cons of staying in the Sants Montjuïc district, in favor, cheaper rates than in more central regions of Barcelona, well connected to the underground network and also great for the airport train or bus, near the beautiful Montjuïc Park, and there are many bars and restaurants. And the cons of staying in Sants Montjuïc, the district is huge, you need to pay attention to the address, and it's not central. A final comment, it's our choice when we are after some savings. The district is not central, but the transport connections are so good that make up for it. On the second place of our list, a small neighborhood, Sant Antoni, one of the trendiest addresses in Barcelona right now. It's very close to the center of Barcelona, and there are many underground stations around the neighborhood. As for the pros and cons of staying in the Sant Antoni neighborhood, in favor, it is one of the trendiest neighborhoods in Barcelona. It is well connected to the transportation system, and there are many bars and restaurants. And the cons are that there aren't many hotels in the area, and hotel prices are more expensive. Sant Antoni is such a cute neighborhood that we keep coming back again and again. Top of our list, our favorite region of Barcelona when it comes to searching for accommodation, the Passeig de Gràcia, the most important avenue of the city. In the context of this video and our recommendations, we are actually talking about the avenue itself and 3 or 4 blocks of streets to either side of the avenue. Not only is a beautiful address in Barcelona, it is close to everything, and if you stay on the Passeig de Gràcia, your stay in Barcelona will simply be wonderful. Needless to say, there is easy access to the underground network. As for the pros and cons of staying in or near the Passeig de Gràcia, in favor, it is the most elegant and beautiful neighborhood in Barcelona. It contains a wonderful collection of modernist buildings. It is the perfect location, close to nearly everything. It provides easy access to public transportation, and there are lots of bars and restaurants. And the cons basically are that there is heavy traffic, that you will always find crowds of tourists, and the accommodation is pricey. When we can afford it, staying at the Passeig de Gràcia becomes our top choice. It's the best area of Barcelona to look for accommodation. So now that our list is over, let's go back to the map to show you all our choices together. Number 5, the historic center of Barcelona, the Ciutat Vella. Number 4, the neighborhood of Vila de Gràcia. Number 3, the large district of Sants Montjuïc. Number 2, the trendy neighborhood of Sant Antoni, and topping the list, Passeig de Gràcia, our top pick for Barcelona. Does this mean there are no other suitable areas to look for accommodation in Barcelona? Far from it. We've just listed our favorites, but there are other regions from Diagonal Mar, far from the center, to Les Corts that are perfectly fine. Just make sure wherever you stay there's an underground station nearby and you will be fine. If you find a hotel and would like to know our opinion, drop us a line at the commentary box below. We'll be delighted to help. If you liked the video, leave it a thumbs up, we'll be really grateful for it. And if you're new to the channel, take the opportunity to subscribe. It's just a click on the round button that will appear shortly on screen. We'll see you soon on another video with tips for a road trip in Spain or Portugal. Até mais, hasta la próxima, see you soon.